In life, you'll be faced with many decisions. Some will be big, some will be small. Whether big or small though, to make effective decisions, know what is important to you. Know your options and decide which is best for you. Here are some steps to help make good decisions for you. Step number 1. Clearly define the problem or decision. Make sure you clearly define the problem or decision you have to make. Depending on how you define the challenge and choice you have to make, it can lead to very different solutions. Let's consider an example to explore the decision-making steps. Let's assume you're in high school and assume you're trying to decide what are you going to do after graduation. Step number 2. Establish your criteria that is important to you. Once you've clearly defined your problem or decision to make, the next step is to identify the factors that are most important to you. While there are many possible criteria that could be important, which are most important to you? We've shown some, but there may be other criteria important to you. Think about what's most important to you and pick the top 3 to 5 criteria to consider. Meet new people. Further your education in general. Further your education in a specific field of interest. Gain work experience. Explore career options. Have fun. Begin to establish a career. Develop more personal independence. Develop a specific skill, talent, trade. Be able to begin to earn an income. Improve self-confidence. Consider what's important to parents, guardians. Step number 3. List your alternatives. Next, consider your options. What are the possibilities? Go to university or college? Pursue a skilled trade through apprenticeship? Get work experience? Traveling? Taking a year off to explore your career interests? Apply for an internship? Volunteer and gain experience? Starting your own business? Etc. Pick the 4 or 5 options that are of most interest to you. Following these steps will result in you knowing what's important to you and what options are of interest to you. This will help you prepare for making a decision that's right for you. Step number 4. Evaluate your options based on what's most important to you. For this step, put your 5 most important criteria at the top of a grid. Next, put the 5 options of most interest to you in a column along the left side of the grid. Now use the grid to create a scorecard to help you make a decision. Consider your first option. How does it measure up with the criteria you've identified as being important to you? If the option is a really strong fit, score it a +2. If it's somewhat of a fit, give it a +1. If there's no link or fit, give a score of 0. For a poor fit, score a -1, and a really bad fit, -2. Complete this exercise for each of your options, and once finished, add up the total points for each. You can even use half points if you like. In our example, going to college or university scores the highest, though that doesn't necessarily mean that should be your decision. This step-by-step process is to help your decision-making. It is not intended to make decisions for you. Why? The steps are designed to help you consider your feelings for the options available to you, but it's impossible to accurately measure feelings. You get impressions, but in the end, you have to look at the big picture. So these steps are a guide to help you consider and compare your options, not tell you what to do. Step number 5. Make a decision. Step 5 is the toughest step, actually making your decision. Evaluating your options gives you guidance on things to think about, but it doesn't make the decision for you. Just make sure you don't get stuck in decision paralysis. Making no decision or delaying too long is usually not the best decision. Don't fear being wrong. Be confident that you did your best to make a good decision. Also, always remember every decision has a trade-off, an opportunity cost, and that is the next best option you didn't pick. Always consider your opportunity cost before making your final decision. Step number 6. Review your decision and learn from it. Having made the best decision you can, after some time has passed, look back and evaluate the decision you made. In some instances, it may be possible to change your decision based on what you've learned and experienced since making it. If not, commit to using it as a learning experience that will benefit you going forward. Making good decisions is an important responsibility. They can often be challenging, and they usually have consequences. But confidence comes when you know you've put in effort to make the best decision you can. These 6 steps should help you develop that confidence, and hopefully most of your decisions will work out to be what is best for you. Decision-making is one of the most important life skills. Your life is full of decisions, some big, some not so big. Your goal should always be to make the best decisions you can to help you build a successful future.